Hello, today we are going to study how traveling salesperson problem is solved by using branch and bound technique. First we'll see what the problem definition says. Traveling salesperson problem asks to find the shortest tour through a given set of n cities that visits each city exactly once before returning to the city where it is started. So to understand this, let's consider one graph. So this is a weighted connected graph which consists of number of vertices and number of edges, and all these edges are the weighted edges. So vertices in this graph will indicate the cities, and these are the edges which connects the cities here, and the weight on the edges will indicate the distance from one city to other city. For example, here A to B distance is 3, A to E distance is 8, A to D distance is 5, and likewise. Here we are going to find out the solution by using branch and bound technique. We are going to find out the least cost tour for the traveling salesperson problem. We'll see how to find out the solution. The solution says here, for each city I, find the sum Si of the distances from city I to the two nearest cities. Then compute the sum S of these n numbers and divide the result by 2. We are going to calculate lower bound by using this formula S by 2, where S is the sum of n numbers. Right. So to understand this, we'll consider node 0, which is the root level node for the state space tree. Traveling salesperson want to start his journey from node A. That's why starting node is A. Now we'll see how to calculate lower bound for this. What the solution says here is, for each of the city you need to find out two least cost paths. From A there are 4 nodes connected: B, C, D and E. Out of these 4 paths you need to find out two least cost paths. Two least cost paths from A are towards B and towards C, whose values are 3 and 1 respectively. So pick only 2 paths for A. Likewise, you need to consider 2 paths for B. So here there are 4 paths from B whose costs are 3, 6, 7 and 9 respectively. So out of these 4 paths you are going to find out 2 least cost paths, and those are to be considered for the calculation. From C, again 4 paths available. Out of these 4 paths, 2 least cost paths are towards A and towards C, whose values are 1 and 2 respectively. Likewise, you need to find out 2 least cost paths from D, whose values are 4 and 3. From E, again 4 paths are available, but 2 least cost paths are towards C and towards D, whose values are 2 and 3 respectively. So for each of the vertex you picked 2 least cost paths and written here. Now you are going to find the sum of all these n numbers. Sum is 28 here. Then divide by 2. The value is 14, and 14 is the lower bound value for node number 0. Next, we are going to explore the next level nodes in the state space tree by using branch and bound technique. Let's see. From A, there are 4 nodes connected. 4 possibilities are there so as to traverse from A to B, A to C, A to D and A to E. So all those 4 possibilities are written here. Here A to C, they are not calculated any value, lower bound value for this pair, because what the problem definition says here is C is to be reached from A after B. So here B is not reached. Directly you cannot reach C from A. That's why they are not calculating the lower bound value for this node. But we need to calculate lower bound value for the remaining 3 nodes. Here the traversal is from A to B. So what it will indicate here is, for A towards B route is fixed and for B towards A route is fixed. So for both the nodes, one of the path is fixed. You need to find out one more least cost path. So for A towards B is fixed, and next least cost path from A is towards C, whose value is 1. So 3 and 1 I am going to select for A. Next for B towards A path is fixed. Next least cost value is towards C, whose value is 6. So 3 and 6 are to be selected for B. For C is not there in the pair. So directly you are going to pick the two least cost paths. So here towards A and towards E, whose values are 1 and 2 respectively. Write down here. Next, the same is applicable to D, as D is not there in the pair here. So we are going to pick these two values, 4 and 3, because those two are the least cost paths from D. And from E, the paths towards A, towards B, towards C, towards D, out of these four, these two paths are the least cost paths, and we are going to write down those two paths here. Now, these are the n values. Find out the sum of these numbers. Sum has come to 28. Divide by 2 will give us 14, will give us 14, and 14 is the lower bound value for node number 1. Likewise, you need to calculate the lower bound value for this pair and for this pair. So let's see how to calculate the lower bound value for node number 3. So here the pair is A to D. A to D connection. A to D edge we selected. So for A, one of the route towards D is fixed, and for D, the route towards A is fixed. You need to find out one more least cost value for both of these nodes. So for A towards D is fixed. One of the route is fixed, right? So this particular route is fixed, whose value is 5. The next least cost value is towards C. So 5 and 1. These two are the least cost paths which are to be picked and written here. Next B. B is not there in the pair. That's fine. So directly you need to select two least cost paths. Those are 3 and 6. These two paths. So right here 3 and 6. C is not there in the pair. Directly pick two least cost paths. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. D is there in the pair. So for D towards A, one of the route is fixed, this 5. And one more least cost path is towards C, whose value is 3. So 5 plus 3. That is written here. For E is not there in the pair. Directly pick two least cost paths, towards C, towards D, 2 and 3 respectively. Those are written here. Find out the sum of all these. So sum is 31. Divide by 2 will give you the value 16, which is the lower bound value for node 3. Next we'll see how to find out lower bound value for 4. So here the pair is A to E. So A to E root is fixed here. For A, one of the value towards E is fixed, and for E, one of the value towards A is fixed. You need to find out one more least cost path for these two nodes. So for A, towards E is fixed. This is fixed. This route is fixed, whose cost is 8. Next least cost path is towards C, whose cost is 1. So 1 and 8 are considered for A, and those are written here. B is not there in this pair. So directly go to B, find out two least cost paths. Those are 3 and 6 written here. C is not there in the pair. That's why directly go to C, pick two least cost paths. Those are towards A and E respectively, 1 and 2 written here. Next D is not there in this pair. So directly go to D vertex, find out two least cost paths, 4 and 3. I picked 4 and 3. But for E, towards A is fixed. For E, towards A, one route is fixed, and one more least cost route is towards C, whose value is 2. So 8 and 2. 8 and 2 are selected here. Perform the sum. Sum is 38. Divided by 2 will give you the value 19, and 19 is a lower bound value for node 4. So here we explored all the reachable nodes from A to B, A to D, A to E. Only A to C is not reachable because it is not satisfying the problem's constraint. Next we are going to find out the next level nodes. So before finding the next level nodes, we are going to think about which node is to be considered so as to explore to the next level. So out of these three nodes, least lower bound value is 14. So this is a promising node. These two are the non-promising nodes because the values are greater than 14. So this is the node which is to be explored to the next level. So here A to B root is fixed at this level. So next the possibilities are B to C, B to D and B to E. Right, three possibilities are available. So A and C are the extreme end nodes. So one of the root towards B is fixed. But for B, both the roots are fixed because it is an intermediate node. So for B, towards A is fixed, towards C is fixed. So only those values you are going to consider. Here also, for A and D, as they are the extreme end nodes, one of the value towards B is fixed. And you are going to find out one more least cost values for A and D, the extreme end nodes. Here also for B, the two roots are fixed towards A and towards C. But for extreme end nodes, you are going to find out one more least cost value as one is fixed here. Let's see how to calculate lower bound value for node number 5. A to B. For A towards B, one of the root is fixed. So for A towards B, the root is fixed and the value is 3. The next least cost path is towards C. So whose value is 1. So 3 and 1 are considered for A. Next, B is there in the pair. B to A is fixed and B to C is fixed. B to A value is 3 and B to C is 6. So 3 and 6 are considered here. C, for C towards B is fixed. For C towards B, root is fixed, whose value is 6. And one more least cost path is towards A, whose value is 1. So 6 and 1 are considered for C. Next, D. D is not there in this pair. So directly go to D node, find out two least cost paths. Here the costs are 3 and 4 towards C and towards E and C respectively. So these are written here for D. For E, two least cost paths, 2 and 3. That is written. So find out the sum of all these numbers. Sum is 32. Divide by 2 will give you the value 16. So 16 is written here. Likewise, you need to calculate the lower bound value for node number 6. So quickly we'll see how to calculate the value for this. For B towards A and towards D is fixed. But for A and D, you need to find out one more least cost path. But one path is fixed towards B. So A to B is 3 and the next least cost is 1. So 3 and 1. For B, both the roots are fixed towards A and towards D. For B towards A and towards D, both roots are fixed here. So the costs are 3 and 7 respectively. Next, C. C is not there in this pair. So directly go to C, pick the two least cost paths. So it is 1 and 2. 1 and 2. D is there in the pair. So for D towards B is fixed. For D towards B is fixed, whose value is 7. And the next least cost path is towards C, whose value is 3. So 7 plus 3 is written here. These two edges are selected for D. Next, for E is not there in the pair. Directly go to Eth node, find out two least cost paths. So here the least cost paths for E are 2 and 3 towards C and D respectively. So 2 and 3 are selected. Sum all these n numbers. It is 32. Divide by 2 will give you 16. So 16 is the lower bound value for node number 6. Next we'll see the lower bound value calculation for node number 7. So for B again, towards A and towards C, both the roots are fixed. So strictly you are going to pick those costs only for B. But for A and D, only towards B is fixed, and you need to find out one more least cost value for these two extreme end nodes. So for A towards B is fixed, which is 3, and one more least cost value from A is towards C, which is 1. So 3 and 1 for A. For B, both the roots are fixed towards A and towards C. So for B, towards A and towards E. So it is 9 and 3. 9 and 3. For C is not there in this pair. So for C, directly 2 least cost paths. Those are towards A and towards E respectively. So 1 and 2. Next, D is not there in this pair. Directly go to Dth vertex and pick 2 least cost paths, which are 3 and 4. 3 and 4. But as E is there in the pair, E to B root is fixed. E to B root is fixed here. E to B root is fixed, whose value is 9. And one more least cost value from E is towards C, whose cost is 2. So 9 and 2 are selected here. So these are the n numbers written for these 5 vertices. The sum is 37. Divide by 2 will give you 19. Right. So that is a lower bound value for node number 7. So out of these 3 nodes, there are 2 promising nodes, node number 5 and 6. And this is non-promising node. That's why you are going to explore both the nodes in the next level. Let's see how this is to be done. See here. A, B, C. This path is fixed at this level. And the next 2 possibilities are after C, D, A, B, C, D, and then A, B, C, E. So those 2 possibilities are written here. When the route is A to B, B to C, C to D, then I can visit one more vertex E and then from E back to A. So that whole path is written here. So for this second option, A to B, B to C, C to E, only one vertex is left out now, which is D, that is written in the bracket here, and then D back to A. So this is another route available. So this is a full tour available. How to calculate the value here? Here you are not going to calculate lower bound value. Directly you are calculating the least path to L value. So here A to B, this tour says start your tour at A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and E back to A. The cost is A to B is 3, B to C is 6, 3 plus 6, 9, C to D is 4, 9 plus 4, 13, D to E is 3, 16, and E back to A, 16 plus 8 is 24. So 24 is the tour cost. Next, we will calculate for this. A to B is 3, B to C. See in the diagram. B to C is 6, C to E is 2, E to D is 3, and D to A is 5. So total cost is 19. This is the least cost for node number 9. For node number 10, A to B, B to D, this path is fixed in the previous level. The next 2 possibilities available are C and then E. Those 2 are written here. And the total route is A to B, B to D, D to C. After C, only one node is left out. That is written in the bracket. And then E back to A. Let's calculate the total cost for this tour. So node number 10. The path is A to B, B to D, D to C, C to E, E back to A. So A to B is 3, B to D is 7, 7 is written here, D to C is 4, 4 is written here, C to E is 2, 2, and then E back to A, E back to A is 8. So total cost is 24, 24 is written here. Next we will see how to calculate the total cost for node 11. The total tour path is A to B, B to D, D to E, E to C, C back to A. So A to B is 3, B to D is 7, 7 is written, D to E is 3, 3, E to C is 2, 2 is written here, and C back to A is 1, that's written, and the total cost is 16. So here we calculated the total tour cost for all these 4 nodes. So here the values are 24, 19, 24 and 16. Out of these 4 nodes, only the node which gives us the least cost is the optimal tour, and only node number 11 will give us the least cost path, and this is the optimal tour for our traveling salesperson problem. These 24, that is node number 8 and node number 10 are the inferior nodes because they are having the value which is greater than 16, and this 19 is somewhat better than that is 24. That's why this is a better tour, but the optimal tour is this node number 11, and the path of this tour is A to B, B to D, D to E, E to C, C back to E, whose total cost is 16. So branch and bound explores all the nodes of particular level before going to the next level. So this is how we found a solution for the traveling salesperson problem.